If you're affected by anything you hear, please call our free support line on 0808 2080 888.
One of the big things was obviously emotions and things and how we felt throughout. Did you manage to speak like to anyone in regards to that? Or
I think kind of in the beginning, say like the first year until we got to transplant, again, you're just kind of on autopilot. You do everything you need to do. My manager, both our line managers, to be fair, like work were really good. So I knew that although not everybody knew, I had those few people that I could speak to and when I did go into work on the random day, they knew if I was going to go and have a meltdown, I would go into another office, and it's good to kind of get it out. I don't really think I've ever massively spoken to Mart about it because I have this kind of thing. It doesn't really hold me back, but I don't want him to feel guilty for me being upset or for me feeling the way that I do. And even now, I've only just started a few months ago having some counselling because I do find it's hard. And like I said before, it's harder now being the other side of transplant than it was before, because I think now I've kind of got less to think about. I've actually got more time to think about the negative things or the negative thoughts, I guess, so to speak. Yeah. And I kept changing everything around to a negative. We'd be out in the garden centre at Christmas looking at all the decorations, and I was standing there with like tears in my eyes thinking, well, there's going to be a Christmas when he's not going to be here, and what am I going to do about that? Or let the dog out for the toilet and there's going to be a time where I'm going to come back in the house and he's not going to be there. And I've never really thought about that before. It's only really been kind of like the last 6 to 8 months really. So I guess I'm lucky that I'm aware that I have thought about that, and that's not, I don't want to waste the time that we have got thinking about the negative things. I want to, focus on the here and now. So I checked in with his nurse and his physio and that, and I was like, really, is there anyone help me to send me somewhere? So yeah, I've been having some counselling and stuff, and it is just getting it off your chest, isn't it, and talking to people. But I find for me, most of it, again, it's like speaking to people like you. When someone's going through a similar situation, you know that it's okay to feel like that, or however you're feeling is okay, but there's others out there that feel like that as well. But for him, emotion-wise, we probably have never really spoken in that way, because I don't want him to feel guilty. It's not his fault. Nothing's his fault, but I know that he would feel he's like a burden and he's put all this on me. It could be anyone. That's the thing. It could be anyone, couldn't it? So yeah. How have you kind of found it?
Yeah, like I'll be honest, I kind of like really, really kept it shut down. I felt that at the time, I had a lot of worries. I was like, at the point, when we came out of the hospital, we were given no options, and he was staying in, and it was that night I was sitting thinking, seeing how quickly he deteriorated over days, I was like, if he only has days left, I could lose him soon. What on earth am I going to do? I've got 2 kids upstairs. How am I going to manage? Literally thinking about every little thing. How on earth am I going to manage 2 children on my own in this house and everything, work? Like, I was thinking about complete wrong things at the wrong time, but I was thinking, what on earth am I going to do? How am I going to get through this? And I kind of put a front on, I'll be honest, which it wasn't healthy, but it was my way of getting through, because I couldn't let the kids see me getting upset. I couldn't let them see me worry, because I thought, if they see me worry, they're going to know things are serious, and they can already see things are serious. And it was already a daily challenge. My son, I was trying to drop off at school, and the school that I work at, they were amazing. Not only like my colleagues, my friends, my family, they were having to get him out of the car. They were seeing to him, so that was one less thing to worry about. And it was challenging. He weren't going to school and just cracking on like everything was fine. He was really struggling day in, day out. And then I had my daughter, who I hadn't realised at the time was hiding her feelings too. to save me from worrying about her. So she was going off to dancing, and luckily she had a dancing school who were supporting her to you know, put her emotions through dance, to create dances. So that was a support. But what I found was, you know, it's only now when I can speak to like you, Kayleigh, and others from the friends and family chats and things with Blood Cancer UK, and relating myself to, you know, other people's experiences, that I can kind of talk my way through it and accept that what I thought and what I felt was okay, because I was almost feeling guilty for thinking, I'm accepting that he could die, you know, and I should never accept that, and you should never accept that. And that's what the kind of fight I felt that I was having every day. Don't accept. If you don't accept, it won't happen if you don't. And I felt like I was having these arguments constantly with myself.
Yeah.
Don't ever find that weakness, because if you find that weakness, you're accepting that this could happen. And it was like those, and it was an escape to the bathroom, in the bath, maybe, you know, for the hour of the night, that I would have my own arguments with my head, pull myself together and make more calls and carry on with the day.